Hi everyone, welcome to Northern Zen Yoga. My name is Sandra, and today I want to talk to you about a very important factor that you must understand and you must embrace when you're starting down your yoga path. Now, many of you who are doing yoga with me are seniors, and you may have some issues with your body right now, especially if you haven't done yoga before, where you're finding some of the postures that you go into very uncomfortable. And sometimes we need to modify things just to make it easier in the beginning. Well, a lot of people get concerned that because they're not doing the exact posture the way that they've seen in movies or photographs or yoga magazines or maybe on other videos, that they're not really doing yoga. Well, I want you to let go of that, because the whole thing about yoga is finding the stretch. Yoga is about the stretch. Yoga is about lengthening and stretching and making space in the body for the muscles to be able to move freely and free up the joints to do what they need to do, but with strong tendons and muscles supporting them. Now, when we get older, our muscles tend to start to diminish a little bit. We start to lose muscle mass. So doing exercises that require you to use your personal body strength is very important. Yoga is, and always has been, a type of isometric exercise where we're actually using our body's own mass in order to get the resistance we need. And what this does is creates beautiful, strong, yet not bulky muscles. So as you progress through yoga, you'll find that you'll be able to much more easily get into some of the postures and looking more like the iconic picture. Now, I want to tell you another thing, which we're not going to go very deeply into, but is a major factor in what a yoga pose looks like, especially if you have been doing yoga for a number of years. Like myself, I've been doing yoga now for 8 years, maybe 9. It might be going closer to 9 now. And of course, my journey, I started out looking like many of you did. I couldn't even get up off the floor. I had to use a chair or a wall or something to help me to get up into the standing position once I was down in the seated position. Getting down was easy, getting up was very hard. So as I moved along, I started to get concerned that I was not able to do certain things. Something as simple as extending out my arm and being able to flatten my arm out without getting this weird pressure right here at the base of my elbow. Well, the reason why I can't do that is because my bone structure won't allow me to do it. Every joint we have has a certain amount of bone to bone space. There's usually some cartilage in there, help things glide and slide a little bit, but sooner or later, you're going to hit bone into bone. Some people can extend their arm out quite far, and they can actually look like the elbow is starting to pop up in the front. Well, this is not even a good thing in its own, because there's got a whole bunch of other issues that can happen if you're hyperextending your joints. But other people, maybe they can only put their arm out this far. So their silhouette doing a posture is not going to look like the silhouette that you might see in the iconic position of having the arms up and extended. They may have slightly bent elbows, and that is okay. Remember, this is the golden rule when you're doing yoga. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. If you're feeling that stretching of the muscles as you elongate your arm and reach up into the air or reach out, you're feeling the tension, the stretching, then you're doing yoga. The same thing with your legs, your hips, your back, whatever position you get into that is something like what we're going for, and you feel the stretch in the areas. And I try to tell people, to the best of my ability, as I'm going through the practice, to what they should be feeling right now, where they should be feeling it. And if you're feeling it in that area, and it doesn't matter if you just made a slight bend and all of a sudden you're feeling it, or you have to stretch way, way, way over. For me now, I need to really, really stretch out my body in order to feel that achy stretch. Some days though, not so much. And that's another thing you have to remember, is that every day your body feels a little bit different. Why is that? Well, for one thing, atmospheric pressure is a real thing. When you have days where it's cloudy or when it's heavy or the air is cold, the pressure on your body is a little bit different than the days when it's bright and sunny and the sky is blue and there's not a cloud in the sky. And the air itself, if it's moist air or dry air, is going to be affecting your joints and your stretchability. And just maybe how you slept last night, whether you got enough sleep or too much sleep, or you maybe ate a few things that affected your digestion, and so now you're having to deal with an overtoxicity perhaps of some sugar in your system that hasn't totally made its way out. Things like this can affect your body. And so you need to listen to your body. The real story behind everything I've just said is listen to your body. You'll hear yoga instructors say that. Work within your ability today and listen to your body. If you are doing something and it's causing you a lot of pressure or a lot of achiness, or more achiness than you really want to tolerate today, or heaven forbid you find yourself going into pain, you need to listen to that. You need to back it up or not do that particular stretch at all. Remember, it gets easier. It gets easier the more yoga you do. And people have asked me many times, how often should I do yoga? You can do yoga every day. The type of yoga you do every day should be dictated by how your body feels today. If you're feeling super energetic, do something that's a little bit more strenuous. Maybe add some hand weights to your practice, or do more of a flow type exercise where you're constantly moving. If you're feeling a little bit sluggish and tired today, maybe yin yoga is more what you're feeling like you should be doing. Mix it up. And in Northern Zen Yoga, we have a membership with a library of classes that go across the gamut of all the types of yoga that you might feel like doing today. But until next time, until the next class, take care of yourself, listen to your body, and keep doing your yoga.